Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for mid-February right through to mid-March 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your twin flame reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third pile is the unified energy of how things are going to come together. This is a twin flame connection reading for those twins who are currently in separation, and please look up online what it means to be in a twin flame connection, because if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That's more likely to be a false flame connection, and it will drain you of your beautiful love and waste your wonderful time. Okay, so let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, spirit guides, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame connection? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What do they need to know at this time? Well, twin flames, they are magnetic, of course. Please fast forward if you've heard me give a little bite-sized idea of what it means to be in a twin, and get to the point where I show the first card, and that's when your specific reading starts there. Okay, but a twin flame, it's basically a spiritual awakening relationship rather than an actual physically romantic relationship. Now, of course, it starts off very intense, physical, magnetic, and otherworldly, almost bordering on obsession sometimes. Both parties feel the same. Both parties feel love, they feel drawn to each other, okay? But this relationship, it has a process, and it also has a job to do for both parties. Now, it's a process that prepares us to release low vibrational energy that keeps us all stuck in fear, unhealthy attachments, addictions, or even addictive patterns, cycles of repeat. Now, it's a very intense inner vibrational transformation, but it is a personal journey of discovery, and it's one that must be done alone. That's why, the twin flame dynamic tends to trigger each party to spin off separately to discover their true sense of purpose, connect to their life mission, and of course embrace unconditional love. And only then can the union actually take place a little bit later on and be sustainable. It creates a healthy foundation for both parties to come together. Now, there tends to be a certain dynamic in a twin flame connection, a runner, a chaser, and a separation period. But it's not always the case. Sometimes there can be 2 runners, for example, so please apply it to your situation. But it is a sacred union, and it's basically a formed union as a result of shared difficulty and pain. Both parties tend to have had some sort of challenging or even traumatic experience before they meet each other, whether that's heartbreak, whether it is a major disappointment, grief. For some, it could also be some level of trauma. Now, trauma doesn't just make people stronger, of course. Sometimes it puts a person into their fight or flight mechanism, their coping mechanism, as it were. And, when a person gets triggered, they can fall back into a cycle of repeat. Now, I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. I'm here to try and understand both sides of the story so I can understand the outcome for you at this moment in time. But, some people, they have to relearn to open up to joy and happiness again. And, I always explain twin flames like magnets, both identical in polarities. It's actually a mirrored relationship. You meet each other in the same vibration. So when you look at your twin, they are literally reflecting back at you your greatest strengths, but also your greatest weaknesses. And the chaser tends to be open to conquering a fear, to diving into the relationship, surrendering and opening up to that deep level of intimacy, even though they're nervous, getting into a very deep relationship. But of course, the runner tends to look in that mirror and see all the things within themselves that also need healing, things that they perhaps have been running away from their whole life. It's a projected energy. They are pushing away their twin because they actually see things within themselves that they need to face, and they may not be ready for that, okay? So I feel it's important to recognize there tends to be a dynamic in the relationship. Some twins are better off as friends. Some twins never want to see each other again, and they try to cut a cord. You can cut the cord with a twin flame connection. There's only one twin, okay? And not everybody meets their twin in each lifetime, but it is a shared contract. And of course, some twins will come together and get married or settle down. Now, I always say, do not wait for your twin, because of course, when you meet your twin, you're not only just meeting them in their present form, but you're taking on their journey, their story, and vice versa. And of course, that can mean that sometimes people are not ready for love, they push it away, or, they have certain cycles of repeat that perhaps are not healthy in a relationship. And that person needs to process that before they can move forward and offer love in a relationship that will grow, because the cup of love starts with the self first. And of course, sometimes in twin flame connections, there tends to be codependency, trust issues, insecurity, self-loathing, abandonment issues, things that have been experienced before you even meet your twin. But then the twin flame dynamic is to amplify and trigger these things so they become so big they are unavoidable. So what happens is the chaser embraces the journey, and the twin, who is the runner, tends to avoid the journey. So they push back a little bit more. And I like to describe twin flames like magnets, both identical in polarity, where there is a push and pull. Both magnets are attracted to each other, but of course they repel as well, because there is that space in between. It's not a game, it's an energetic exchange, and both parties need to basically remain separate, just like the magnets, until the frequencies are changed. And that is, of course, your sense of purpose, unconditional love for self, and then the frequencies, of course, will shift. If this, shall we say, is the chaser and this is the runner, and the chaser keeps thinking about their person, keeps reaching out, then of course the magnets are always going to perpetuate a cycle. The space will always remain the same. But as soon as the chaser puts all that love, care, devotion into their sense of purpose, unconditional love for self, and all of those things, it changes the frequency. When the twin, who is the chaser, steps back, that breaks the cycle. It is a catalyst for change in this relationship. And suddenly this frequency is changed, and therefore this magnet then comes towards, so your runner starts coming towards you, and you flip polarities briefly. So essentially, you become the runner and they become the chaser, and then you come together in a union. Again, it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. And I always say, do not wait for your twin, because they will have a time frame where they will step up, okay? And what is meant for you will never pass you by. So the universe will make sure it orchestrates a meeting between you and your twin when the moment is right. But if both parties keep trying to come together without the work being done, then of course it will just perpetuate a cycle, and you will waste your wonderful time. Okay, so that's something to recognize in the twin flame dynamic. Now, that's just really a small bite-sized idea of what it means to be in a twin flame connection. There's much more out there. But looking at your energy with the key, this is your protagonist energy, my beautiful Capricorn. You knew that this was destiny. You knew that you were meant to meet this person, and it's unlocked a lot of lessons for you. Perhaps painful lessons that you didn't really ask for, but I also feel that you are aware that, of course, you were meant to meet this person. It was fate. And of course, I feel like you've tried to find a solution in this connection. There's a lot of deep love here. I mean, you have the Queen of Wands. You're someone who is very magnetic, someone who basically people are drawn to. You get a lot of attention, whether you notice it or not. Now, this is not a gender-specific reading, but the energy tells me that you are someone who is highly sought after or very attractive. And actually, you have people wanting you. But of course, your heart wanted your twin. Okay, now with the key there, this is a card that indicates you just want answers. You want to know why. So some of you may have been even wondering, is the twin flame dynamic even real? Is this something that perhaps you've been feeling? Is it one-sided? What's going on there? But looking at their energy, we've got the Chariot card, we got the Temperance card. The person that you've met, very inconsistent. You don't need me to tell you that. But I do feel this person, they've had to try and find a way to find balance in their life. This person is very chaotic, whoever you're dealing with here. It's almost like this person, they gave up. Okay, and what I mean by that is this person, and I'm not here to give anyone an excuse, and I'll pull some cards to clarify, this person has very low confidence. Okay, they may have like a bravado, which kind of covers up some of their insecurities, but there's always a root cause. I feel this person that I'm picking up on, they moved around a lot when they were young, is what I'm being given. They're always searching for a base, but because of their upbringing is what I'm being given here. It's like either they moved around a lot, they find it hard to plant roots, they find it hard to stay in one place, is what I'm being given. And of course, this may not resonate with everyone, but I have to give you what I'm being given right now with this person. But I feel like you just want answers, okay? You've tried to have a breakthrough on this, and I do see actually that there will be a breakthrough in this relationship. I feel there is a revelation to come in this relationship with your person. There is wisdom to come, and I feel this person is going to tell you something that perhaps you were not aware of regarding the way they conduct their life. Okay, I'm not seeing them with anyone else. I'm not seeing like what the obstacles are right now. I just feel like this person is trying to get back on track in some area of their life because it feels like something ground to a halt, or they retreated after. I'm being given this energy of failure. Okay, now of course, failure, in my humble opinion, it's just a word, right? Because there's no such thing really as failure. We just learn how to adapt, or we learn how to do something differently, or we learn that we've outgrown something, or it's time to change. Okay, so not really such a thing as failure per se, but there's something here that when they met you, it's like something had gone wrong in their life. There was a setback, or something had kind of ground to a halt, and they'd given up on something, or something had given up on them. Maybe it was a person. I'm not really sure. I'll have to pull some cards on it. But what I'm being given here, it's like this person lacked confidence. They felt like they hadn't got anything to offer you when really you wanted love. Because you love this person. You saw this person as your destiny. It's like this person, they literally hold the key to your heart. Okay? But at the same time, with the World card there, you're fed up. You feel it's time to end this cycle. You've done everything you could in this connection, and you know it seems to be in a cycle repeat. You're going round and round and round in circles on this, and the World card indicates, yes, you've learned the lesson. You've completed the task of learning the lesson. Is it time to let go? Because this card, it can indicate that, you know, you're deciding to end or complete this cycle of events to feel lighter, okay? It's not because you wanted to let go of this person or walk away from this person, but you feel it's time. You've done everything you can, and I feel like you've done a lot of soul searching, but also a lot of lamenting on this, a lot of grieving this, because my guides are highlighting the waterfall here. It's like tears have been shed, and even if they have not been outward tears, I feel like your heart has been crying with this because it's been very overwhelming in this connection. How is it that you feel so aligned with this person, and yet this person is so out of alignment? And I feel it's because this person, they are emotionally unavailable, or they were when they first met you. It's like they were very chaotic. It's not that they didn't know what they wanted. It's more that this person felt like they couldn't offer anything in return for what they wanted. So we're going to like dive in a little bit deeper and find out why that is. And again, I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. You know, I feel like you've learned a lot from this relationship. The World card can indicate that, you know, it's really mentored you in some way and it taught you lessons. But I'm also being given here that it's kind of forced you to focus on your sense of purpose, to align with your goals, your dreams, success, of course. And I feel part of you is like done. Okay. And I feel it's because, yes, you know that this person, you were fated to meet this person and it unlocked a lot within you, but this cycle repeat, you know, you're exhausted. You're just fed up of it now. And with that Queen of Wands, you know, you are someone who gets a lot of attention. So I feel like you may want to explore that. Okay. Some of you, not all of you beautiful Capricorns, you may also have thought about moving or emigrating, or you yourself has been traveling around, not to run away from this connection or avoid, but I feel like, you know, you are just getting busy living, moving away from this. I feel actually more than anything, you know, you're removing energy blocks, and I feel like you've put your worries into perspective. And basically, it's like you're leaving the old behind because you're having a glow up here. Okay, when you have the Queen of Wands, this can indicate that, you know, you are collaborating with people or getting busy involved in events, new experiences, new places, new faces. And I feel, you know, some of you may have even like paid more attention to your beauty routines, wardrobe, maybe even changing a look or adding some sort of creative flair to the way that you express yourself. I feel a lot of you, this is your glow up period. Some of you may have even been like hitting the gym, for example, or, you know, just working on yourself is what I'm getting. You're prioritizing your own needs. And I also feel like you've recognized that you're the sort of person that if life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. And I feel looking at the energy here, you're changing because you are the catalyst for change in this relationship by stepping back or removing yourself from this connection. And again, it's not a game, but it actually is looking at your person's energy. It looks like by you stepping away, you're encouraging this person to get back into the flow of life or get recalibrated in some way to harmonize their life, because I feel this person that you're dealing with, very inconsistent, very chaotic. This person, I'm just getting this person, like, I mean, it's almost like they know that they have a cycle of being like careless. Okay, that's what's coming out. It's almost like they may have even not joked about it, because I feel like this person doesn't see it as a joke. It's like they feel like they've been born under like an unfortunate cloud, okay, when actually they haven't. I'm just being given this energy that they always feel like whatever they connect to, it's not as smooth as it is for everybody else. It just feels like this person, they may have joked about it, but it's not a joke to them. It's like everything goes wrong. Anything that can go wrong probably will go wrong. That's their sort of mindset, is what I'm being given. And you're someone who's a little bit more kind of like optimistic, someone who's like, okay, you're a goal setter, a goal getter, and nothing gets in your way of whatever it is you want to achieve. And of course, sometimes life creates chaos, but you know, you take charge. And I feel this person, they tried to take charge before they met you, and it's just, it came wave after wave after wave, and it just kind of knocked them down to the point where I feel when you met this person, something about their spirit, it's like their spirit was broken in some way. And I feel like deep down you could kind of feel that as well. So, you know, I'm not here, as I said, to give anyone an excuse, but I'm here to understand why it didn't connect. But I will pull a card on that. With that Queen of Wands, I feel like you're in a state of attraction. And for some of you, because we've got the Two of Wands here, and we've also got the Eight of Cups. So twin flames, they are meant to separate on purpose in order to focus on their sense of purpose. So I feel right now, you and your person, you're in the transition period, you're in the rite of passage period where both of you are meant to be separate to enjoy your single life, your independence, to, of course, be self-sufficient and self-reliant. And this person, more than anything, is meant to learn that. That's one of the lessons that they came to this lifetime to actually learn, okay? And I feel like you will hear from this person that they are getting their life back on track. Okay, but whether it's in the next 6 weeks, I'm not sure, because you have the stork here, and this is the outcome energy, which means movement and improvement, sudden energy. But we've also got a Two of Wands, which kind of tells me that you, when you hear from this person, you're going to like wait for results. You'll believe it when you see it. Actions always speak louder than words. And of course, right now, I feel like you're done. You can't do this anymore. And, you know, you poured all of your heart and soul into this relationship. You know, this person was your world. You felt finally that you've unlocked your destiny, that this is the person you're meant to be with. And, you know, I feel you have been rebuilding ever since. I'm actually seeing an image right now, and I think maybe I've seen something like this before. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's come up in a reading before. I can't remember, gotta be honest with you. But I'm seeing like a large building, and it's got a beautiful hummingbird. It's like graffitied on, very lifelike though, of a hummingbird. I mean, symbolically, this could mean that this relationship requires hard work to rebuild. Maybe it's a triggered energy of an image, since I said you were rebuilding. You've worked hard to rebuild, perhaps, and you don't want this person's chaotic nature to, set you back, as it were. Some of you, if you've been talking to someone new or meeting new people, it can be that when you actually try to move on, this person starts to make their way back into your life, and it causes confusion and a temptation, perhaps. But what I'm seeing here is that it's like you're not going back. I feel this energy from you, my beautiful Capricorn, which is like, we can't go back to the way it was. And I feel, in fact, you don't really want it to go back to the way it was, because it is a cycle of repeat. You have the World card, which is all about cycles. And you're like, the cycle stops now, because you are being the catalyst for change, okay? Look out for that image of a hummingbird on the side of a building. This could be symbolic, okay? It can indicate that, of course, a secure relationship is full of joy and love and perseverance and, compromise, but you may feel that this person, they were not capable of that. I actually see that your person was emotionally unavailable when they first met you, is what I'm being given. But let's get to their energy. Okay, we've got the fish here. Now, the fish is all about wealth, of course, focused on, making money or business or trying to keep one's life running smoothly, but it's also a card of freedom. So this can indicate that this person, they are learning to be a little bit more self-sufficient in their free life, shall we say, or in their solitude. Because looking at their energy, we've got the Temperance card and the Chariot card. These are two major arcana cards, which tends to tell me that this person, they're triggered to focus on their sense of purpose. But also the Chariot card is an energy of like taking action to overcome obstacles. And I feel this person, it's like this new journey for them, where suddenly I feel this person is in their emotions. I mean, the fish is all about diving deeper emotionally, and when you reduce it, 3 plus 7 is the Chariot card number. 3 plus 4 is 7, which is the Chariot card number. Let me get my math right. I was never good at that, but anyway. And this is connecting to the Chariot card, which is also number 7. So this means that this person is actually making some improvements in their life, but they have certain choices that sometimes they feel like they fluctuate in their energy. So it's like they're wanting to step up in their life, but also they have an option to be pulled back. There's like a temptation here. So it's like when you're trying to reach for a new life or make healthier choices in life, suddenly the old life beckons, or a certain cycle repeat seems appealing because it's easy. Humans sometimes, we just fall back into a cycle of repeat or a bad habit because it feels comfortable. It's what we know. So I'm just getting that from this person, but I will pull a card. I mean, the Chariot card is a card of overcoming an obstacle, being on a journey, being triumphant, moving forward. Also, this is how your person feels about you. This person, they have a lot of emotions for you. They see that you actually offered them, a secure relationship, but also did not encroach on their freedom. You wanted this person to choose you, and, it's like a very independent relationship where you're both together, but at the same time, there's no jealousy there. You're not trying to hold on or control this person, I also feel very interesting. There's something here about business. So it's almost like Capricorn, your sign sometimes is associated, of course, with business, with finances, with security, acquisitions, fortune, things like that. And there's just something coming out in this person's energy. It's like you're capable of much success and business and all of those things. And this person felt like they couldn't keep up, or they felt they couldn't match. It's not that they were in competition, but I feel with the Chariot card, there's something about competition coming through. Now, if you think about the nature of chariots many years ago, of course, they used to be like chariot races, like competition, and that's what I'm picking up on right now. So it's like this person, they fell into a cycle of feeling like in order for you to like never leave them, or for you to be so in love with them that no one else could ever do, it's like they felt they had to compete for your affection. They can see that other people are interested in you, but they have a low sense of worth, is what I'm getting from this person. And that insecurity kind of like came up to the surface in this connection. So let me just pull a quick card on this for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? There's going to be a conversation between you and your person in the future. You haven't heard the last from this person, okay? And it's going to be about traveling or moving or emigrating. It's something about relocation or being on the move. Now, it could be that your person's going to tell you that they were always on the move. Maybe you know this already about this person's life, that they find it hard to stay in one place or plant roots, and that actually spilled over into their relationships as well. But also there could be like a relationship kind of conversation about you and this person and the future, what it holds. But there may be a conversation about like relocation. Okay, that's coming up strongly between you both. Got Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. We've got the High Priestess, and we got the 5 of Cups. When you met this person, there is a strong indication that this person had loved and lost. They were in a high-level commitment before, okay? But I also feel that, you know, the love that they have for you in this connection, it's triggered this sense of they could lose. So maybe that's the competitive energy, but I feel it's more like to lose is the worst thing for this person. It's like this ego. This person's protecting themselves because they have been hurt before. I'll show you the cards. We got a Queen of Pentacles, which is comfort, security. Okay, it is an earth energy. So this can indicate that when they met you, it's like they may have felt like you had it all together. Okay, that you had a certain lifestyle choice that maybe is comfortable, or maybe something that you're aspiring to, that you're working hard to achieve, and this person felt the need to step up, but they felt like they couldn't, or they felt they couldn't match it. And I'm also getting this energy of like settling down. So I feel that perhaps your person, especially with the 10 of Swords here, there's an energy that this person has either been betrayed in the past, or they were in a high-level commitment. They lived with someone in the past, and this person, whatever happened to this relationship, it really broke down, and it broke this person's confidence. Because I'm being given this energy of this person, they thought they were secure in a previous experience. This could have been a marriage. This could have been a high-level commitment. This person may have even told you that they were in a relationship with someone, but that 10 of Swords is like, it broke down and it broke bad, is what I'm being given. And a lot of damage, a lot of psychological damage was done in this connection. So in the bitter end of this relationship is what I'm being given. This person, it's like their confidence was completely knocked. Everything that this person, I'm just getting like a very cruel ending of something. Okay, so it's like your person experienced a relationship before they met you where when the end of the relationship was occurring, the person kind of said all these nasty things about who they were, you know, what they were doing, what they looked like. Across the board, it was just like this person set out to destroy your person. That's what I'm being given. And of course, I don't like that energy, but I got to give you what I'm being given here. And the 5 of Pentacles tells me that this person was a victim of something, okay? And there is abandonment issue here. I feel like they struggled to move on from this. There was a sadness. I mean, all these cards, High Priestess is like, they may not talk about this much, okay? But I feel this person, it's like they hold this secret within them, which is they don't feel like they're enough because of a previous experience. Now, it's almost like their past partner was also like a bully. Okay, and whenever anybody is bullied, of course, whilst they realize that all those experiences and remarks were in the past, because I'm actually just being given like sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I feel this person, they don't care to admit that actually some of the things that were said or done in this previous very toxic relationship really haunts this person. And it's not that they ever imagine you would do the same at all. But I feel this person, they're very insular. when it comes to love, it's like they shy away from intimacy because they're scared. This is a card of caution, but also it's a connection to their higher self to realize that this person is losing out on high-level commitments and relationships because of a past experience with a person who basically broke their spirit. Okay, I really feel from your person, as I said, when they met you, it's like their spirit was broken. And that Ten of Swords is like, everything's broken with this person when you first met. And of course, this is not an excuse because this person has actually perpetuated some sort of cycle or allowed their fears, because the High Priestess can be like to sit with caution and fear and really go inwards to really dissect it, overanalyze it, for example. And it's like this person feels that whatever happened to them in the past has the potential of either one, happening again, or two, exposing themselves. So it's like this person is afraid of intimacy because they got in deep in a previous relationship and they have not healed that experience. I mean, you've got the Five of Cups here. This person has loved and lost, and it's like they thought they would never love again. Okay, so when new love came in there with that Two of Cups, I feel this person is so busy thinking about the past or allowing the past, which shaped them, to interfere with their current feelings on a relationship. So, you know, I feel this person was in a deep sense of grief and sadness and was trying to rise out of that. And I feel this person, they have not got free of that just yet. Well, I feel actually they are. The Chariot card is the movement forward, and the Temperance card is like they're recalibrating. But when they first met you, I feel like they were not free of that. And again, this person should have put the brakes on earlier and maybe kind of like had a conversation with you and let you know that they're a very hurt person. Because I'm actually being given this song. You know, I'm being given this song, which is, it sounds like, now this is not really my style of music, but it's great. It sounds like Michael Bublé, but I'm being given like an older man's voice. I'm being told it's older, like Bobby Darin, okay? And I'm being given the lyrics. I admit I'm unreliable, but it's undeniably true that I'm irresistibly mad for you. Okay. Now this is a very kind of like old song, old style song. I think probably someone like Michael Bublé probably did a cover on it, for example, because it sounds like his voice. But if my memory serves me well, I think maybe I've heard this somewhere before, and somewhere in the back of the recesses of my mind, I know it's like Bobby Darin, okay? And yeah, so I would say listen out for that song. Number one, because I feel it's a sign that your person will be contacting you. But number two, I feel this is really this person's like modus operandi in life. This person, they know that they're unreliable. They know that they have been irresponsible. Okay, and I feel they know now the root cause because they've had time to sit with that. Now, that doesn't make it right for you, my beautiful Capricorn, but I feel this person, they will try to find a solution. They will try to move on with this, especially with the Temperance card, okay? This particular Temperance card has two guides there, two angels there, so this can indicate this person knows that they were meant to meet you. It was their purpose to meet you. And I feel this person, they only dipped their toe into this relationship because they felt very cautious there. Temperance card indicates as well, this person, they're having a spiritual evaluation at this time. And it actually also can be to dissect any psychological wounding there and promote healing. So it's like to get back in the flow of energy. So I do feel this person, whilst they will be having a breakthrough, looking at the energy, I still see that there's a wait, okay? And of course, I always say, do not wait for your twin because, of course, they have to resolve some things within themselves. But the Chariot card indicates movement and improvement, just like the Stork. And the Temperance card is like they're focusing on their sense of purpose, maybe even focusing on their finances at this time to just really get their life back on track. And also, I feel this person is in their emotions, of course, more sensitive than usual. And yeah, I mean, the Chariot card is also to leave the old behind. So both of you are in a state of leaving the old behind, but for different reasons. Okay, I feel like you are like, I can't do this anymore. It's a cycle of repeat. It's wasting my time. You feel that you've got to a certain level in your life where you've been put in a position where it's time to attract someone else or get out there and, you know, if you're looking for a high level commitment, I feel you're looking at things like it doesn't lie with your ex right now, because your twin is kind of like getting into a more harmonious way of life, and they've always been quite chaotic with you. And because that song came up, you know, the fact that this person is aware of their unreliability, shall we say, I feel this person has to recalibrate and get back on track in that sense before they can offer you a healthy relationship. So I would say this person, they're not quite ready yet. I'm actually seeing in the water right now a triangle. Thanks so much, I'm so grateful. It's like a hazard warning triangle, you know, when you've got a car. I mean, there could even be a message I'm being given because your person also has the Chariot. It can be that your person, they may even break down in their car and send you a message about what happened, and even send you a picture of the car and the sort of hazard warning triangle. And this is going to be very precise. It may be even a conversation you'll have with your person in many months to come. Okay, so these things, they may mean absolutely nothing in this moment, but suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, I just got sent a picture of a car and a warning triangle, a hazard warning triangle, and it was mentioned in the reading months ago. And suddenly you realize that these things are signposts sent to you to make sure you're aware of the shifting energy within your twin flame dynamic. I would say, symbolically, this means that this person tends to keep distance, and at this moment in time, I feel symbolically it is an indication for you to proceed with caution at this time as well, because this person is not ready to emotionally open up to the level of relationship that you're hoping for and deserve as well. So, but I feel like this person is trying to get back into the flow, okay? As you can see, it's more about being in the flow for this person. And interesting, because I'm also seeing this image here, okay? And of course, it looks a little bit like the world, okay? And then suddenly I'm getting a burst of "Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You." Very famous song by Christina Aguilera. And my guides are pointing to the big world as well. Okay, I'm not really sure, okay, who else sings that song, because I think there's two voices in that song, but I'm just hearing "Say Something, I'm Giving Up on You." Okay, so, I mean, that would stand to reason looking at the energy. It's unusual to get two songs in a reading. Gotta be honest with you there. But because you got the World card, my beautiful Capricorn, maybe that's it. You're like, "Say something, I'm giving up on you." It's done. And they're in the very chaotic, like they know that they're like not as reliable as they should be in a relationship, and that just means that they're emotionally unavailable, they're a little bit immature, and they need a little bit more spiritual work before they can offer you a healthy relationship that you truly deserve. Okay, now the outcome energy, we do have number 17, which is the star energy and healing. Okay, so this can be that, you know, in the future, you and this person, you can come together in union, but it is going to be a process. You know, this is going to be a bit of a project for a while. The stork indicates sudden improvement and movement in the Lenormand deck. So I would say that you will hear from this person like out of the blue, okay, where there is a renewal of energy, and this person seeks change. Okay, and it may even coincide with news around a birth, is what I'm being given. And this doesn't have to be like a birth with you or your twin. It can be like a friend of a friend, or you know, someone at work or in the community, someone you know. It's like birth news comes in, like you find out that maybe like your neighbor is pregnant, for example, and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm pregnant." You're like, "Oh wow, it's amazing." And that evening you get a message from your twin. So there's something in and around that coming through as well. Okay, but as you can see at the bottom here, there's a heart. Normally there's like there's a letter there, K for king, of course, and then here we have an 8, which is the number of the self, but it's also the strength card there. But right here, there is a heart, and there is the Q for the queen. So this can indicate, because we've got king and queen energy, that in the future, there will be some sort of communication between you and your person. But I have to say, it's not going to be in the next 6 weeks. This reading is for 6 weeks. The 6-week period, we've got the 8 of Cups, which is separate, a journey of discovery. This is like traveling as well. For some of you, there's going to be a message about traveling for sure, but I really get this 8 of Cups as like learning to let go and seeing the deeper meaning in the reason that you met this person, and vice versa. Also, you and this person need to explore your path in a separate fashion at this time. Doesn't mean that you're not going to come together in the future. I do mention this from time to time, but when I first met my twin, I had actually been through a very damaging karmic relationship, and I was a shell of myself, okay? And when I met my twin, which was an all-consuming love that I'd never experienced before, it really put every other relationship in the shade. But I was very fearful because I'd been so hurt in the past that when I met my twin, I kind of was like, whoa, let's put the brakes on here. What's going on here? I'm not falling in love again. I'm not going to get hurt again. Now, of course, I wasn't conscious of those thoughts, but, energetically, I was in love, but I was also in fear. It's almost like the fear of my experiences from the past made me, because I'm actually seeing this for you right now. So that is actually kind of like how I felt as well. It's like a clam shut. Okay, it's like really hard to open. And, I had basically a brick wall and a shield and a suit of armor and all of the barbed wire and all the things. It's like I had created so many barriers against love that I really wasn't aware of it. But initially I was the runner. I pushed away, and my twin tried, and I was like trying, but something within me, even though I wanted to tell my person I love them, something within me was just not capable emotionally of opening up. I was just caught in fear and completely like frozen to the spot. And of course, we had to keep our distance because it just wasn't working. No matter how many times we came back together, I wasn't processing the previous pain. I was running away from it, numbing it, in fact. So I feel for some of you, that's symbolic of what this person has kind of gone through in some way, where they haven't really done the work yet. They're doing it now. And of course, you've got to a point where you are so fed up with waiting that you're moving on. So that 8 of Cups indicates discovering more about oneself in a transition period. And I feel this is about releasing and surrendering to the universe and acknowledging that, on this journey of discovery, where both of you are discovering more about yourselves, what you want, what you certainly don't want, the experiences and the lessons to be learnt from this particular twin flame connection. Because a lot of you beautiful Capricorns, you're learning about reciprocity. You're learning that it has to be a balanced relationship, that, you were an overgiver in this. And you, of course, you don't fall in love easily, but when you do, you fall hard. So I feel like you gave your all. The World card tells me that you gave everything to this connection. And it feels very much like, of course, that they got the fish there. It's like it was hard to pin this person down, because I feel like they were very chaotic and they were not ready to fall in love. And of course, again, that's no excuse, but sometimes everything falls into place when it's meant to happen. But I feel some of you are just saying, I just want answers. I just want to know what went down, why. Okay, and I feel like you will get an answer to something in the future. I feel like you'll get that answer this year, actually, but I feel it probably won't be communication in the next 6 weeks for the majority of you, because that 8 of Cups, 8 is the number of the self, and of course, we've also got the 2 of Wands, which is a weight. Okay, 2 of Wands is also like making a choice. And right now, your choice is to walk away and shut this down because you're so fed up. You're exhausted by it, and you've just exhausted every avenue. But remember, when you step back, you are the catalyst for change, and your person comes towards you. In this case, you stepping back has actually promoted this person into healing or into recalibrating their life. Because although, you don't speak to each other, there is a bond that is, you know, invisible bond between you both, where this person can feel you stepping back. And I feel with this Two of Wands, you will hear from this person in time, but I also feel that this relationship, it's basically at a crossroads where it will be make or break in the future. But right now, these obstacles have delayed you and this person from being together. And the choice is yours as to whether you want to get busy living and get on with your life, which I feel like you do right now. And of course, you know, in the future, you'll hear from this person. I need to pull some more cards because it's basically leaving it for the next 6 weeks on a bit of a cliffhanger. Like it's suspended in the same sort of energy. But this person will tell you that they have made some strides to actually get back on track. And one of your first messages with this person is about either travel, vacation, or relocation. Okay? Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. It's like, it's almost like I'm receiving a message saying, where in the world are you right now? Or what part of the world are you living in or residing in right now? There's kind of going to be a message or something like that. Nine of Cups. Now, whoever walks away on the Eight of Cups will walk straight into the Nine of Cups, of course, because that is the next card. So, you know, this can indicate, I mean, this is in the future. Nine of Cups can indicate contentment in this relationship or an achievement of desire. What is it you really want? You know, this relationship is going to be hard work. I'm not going to lie to you, but it can be an achievable relationship where both parties win and settle down together. But it is going to be, you know, a journey of discovery first, where both of you focus on your sense of purpose, and then when the moment is right, you come back together in union. So I would say, you know, right now, I would say 6 weeks, there is kind of like no messaging, no correspondence, I would say. But I do feel, let me just go one more, actually. I want to see, because the Nine of Cups is like, you and this person, I feel you can be together, okay? But it's like only if this person steps up and does the work. And of course, they've got the Chariot card, which means success. And there's something here about this person feels like you've moved away or distant, but I feel like they did this first. So, yeah. Six of Pentacles, you will be surprised by this person. Six of Pentacles is when they've got their life back into balance, okay? Now, of course, some people read this card as breadcrumbing. I'm not seeing it like that with this particular person. What I'm seeing is this person needs to get back into balance. This person needs to realize that it can't just be on their own terms. And look at these cards. We've got Ten of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Now, you've got the Queen of Wands card there. Okay, so I'm clarifying how this relationship can be in the future after the 6 weeks, and you and this person can be very happy together. This person has envisaged being happy with you because, you know, the Queen of Wands has popped out, which is like them realizing they need to get their life back into balance, and then they can like realize they have something to offer. As you can see, this is a card where it's like having something to offer, but actually you just wanted love. You just wanted this person to be in your life, and both of you as a team would figure it out. But that Queen of Wands, you know, I feel there is an energy that this person is highly attracted to you, but they need to stop running away from their emotions and, you know, really kind of identify where they self-sabotage. Because if someone knows, because that song came up, which is representative of their energy, someone knows that they tend to have an unreliable streak, or that they are irresponsible or careless with someone's heart or life, or sabotage in general, it's time to do something about it. Otherwise, you will perpetuate the cycle. So, yeah. I wish I could tie it up more in a little bow for you, my beautiful Capricorns, but unfortunately, twin flame dynamics, very chaotic and often very lonely. You know, the separation period is a hard one to navigate. But when the twin flames come back together in union, in a healthier state of mind, and offer a relationship that can grow together, it is so rewarding, okay? So I'm just going to get some final cards for you. I'm going to go one more, actually. We've got two people embracing in each card, okay? But we've got friendship and we've got forgiveness. I feel more than anything, your person really needs to forgive their past, whatever it is that they were grieving or has hurt them, because that's the thing that is really the obstacle of them moving into a high level commitment. But we have friendship and we have forgiveness. Okay, now of course, I don't feel this person's going to ask if you just want to be a friend. I don't see that at all. I feel like this person's highly attracted to you, and it would be very hard for you and this person to just be in a friendship. And my beautiful Capricorn, I don't think you would ever like get involved in that anyway, because looking at the World card, you're like, it's done. I can't. And we've got the mystery, but we've also got the effort. Okay, so right now, 6 weeks, I would say that this person, they need to step into their authentic self, remove the mask. You know, really be honest with oneself and say, you know what? Yeah, I sabotage. How do I stop that? How do I make strides to not do this anymore? Because not only are they hurting themselves, they're hurting people around them. So that's coming out there as well. But also we've got effort. And I feel this person, you know, the Chariot card and the Temperance card, these are cards of effort. So it can be that this person will be making an effort. They will come towards you for forgiveness. But I feel for you, my beautiful Capricorn, you may even test this person, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, you may even test this person to see their reactions and say something like, okay, let's be friends first. Even though I feel deep down you don't want to be a friend first, I feel like you're actually someone who's more direct than that. You'd probably be super honest and say, you know what, you've really got to step up, and it's going to take a lot to win me back. But I mean, looking at your cards, I feel more than anything, you're not willing to go back that way anyway. Final cards, we've got, I avoided what I was feeling, and I'm so confused with my feelings, okay? This person is very chaotic because they've also got, I believe in a future for us, and I love you more than you know. So that's almost like resonant with that song that came out that was like, you know, they're unreliable and, you know, irresponsible, but they're undeniably mad for you or something. I can't remember the lyrics, but whatever came up earlier. It's the same. It's like, I'm confused, but I believe in a future for us. You know, I avoid what I was feeling, but I'm actually in love with you. So again, it's like the Chariot card. It's like a left or a right. It's like the Temperance card, blending the energies. So this person, I feel, you know, you cannot wait for a person to make up their mind. So I feel like you are taking the power back. But ultimately, I do see that when you met this person, they were a very mixed up person, very confused and stuck in a cycle of grief. And they haven't worked their way out of that. And until they do, they cannot offer you anything that resembles a sustainable relationship at this time. So I got to be honest with you there with what I see. And you will still hear from this person again, though, because I can feel it in the energy. There is going to be some sort of effort for improvement, but also this person still believes that at some point they can come back into your life, and they will try. So that is coming through as well. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We've got the question mark. Of course we have the question mark. So it's like mysterious. The future is unwritten. I've just heard. The future is unwritten. So it's based on the decisions that this person makes in this moment, but also the decisions you make in this moment as well. So I'm also being given that you will hear from this person, and also they will answer a question that you have. Okay, that is what I'm being given strongly. So whatever that question is, you will hear from this person and actually get an opportunity to maybe get closure on this from a different perspective with a little bit more information on it. So Please take it as it resonates, my beautiful Capricorn. May not resonate with everyone, but I have to honor each energy as it comes in, and the cards that I get give you the meanings of the cards, of course, and what I see in the water. So, because I'm scrying at the same time as you're reading, so I hope for some of you it did connect. Also, if you'd like to be with the chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is envisage the world in a golden healing light. If we all do it collectively, we can make a difference, and that's all I ask of you. And once you've done that, please put an emoji in the comments box below of the world and a heart. And if you don't have access to emojis, then all you have to do is write the words world and heart, and I'll enter everyone into a competition and announce the winner around about the 3rd week of February there, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.